Okay, so the field sketch that we did out in the field was a little bit rushed as we were a bit short on time. So we're going to have another go at showing you how to do a proper field sketch when we're out in the field. Now the first thing that we need to do when we're looking at a scene is to put in some of the key details. So we need to get the sand, the groins, the sea, that cliff at the background and some of those beach huts. So we need to get some of those key bits down. Important to remember, we're only looking for the pertinent bits of information here. We're not worried about the people just yet or the headland in the background, because that doesn't really matter to what we're trying to get today. So let's put those bits of information in. So there we go, I've put some sand in there. Okay, let's put some of those groins in the sea and all the rest of the detail in there. Okay, so there we have it. Got the sea in blue, the background which is the cliff in green, and I've left the beach huts there because I wasn't very good at drawing them, as you can see. And I've also got the groin down here in brown. So let's start adding some annotations to this. The first annotation I put is that the sand is equal on both sides, which means that it's been raked, and that's kind of indicating that what they do is they try to take all of the beach material, the rubbish, out of it so that the tourists enjoy it. Okay, we're thinking about the benefits and the conflicts. We need to think of our stakeholders here. Our stakeholders there are probably either tourists, because they like attractive beaches, they don't want to go and sit on a beach that's full of litter, and also our shopkeepers, because they want to keep the tourists keep coming back year after year, and so that the money keeps coming into Bournemouth. But we've also got some groins further up the beach as well. What that would indicate is that longshore drift is taking place here, so that's the movement of the sediment in that zigzag pattern in an easterly direction here, because our prevailing wind comes from the southwest. So it's actually trapping the sediment further up. Now, thinking about benefits and conflicts, what that will mean is that some people are going to be happy with that, but also thinking that it might starve the beaches a little bit further up. But we saw that in the afternoon at Barton-on-Sea. Again, I've just indicated that there with that annotation. So when we were there in the field, what else were we looking at? Well, if we look at the back of the beach here, we start seeing some funny things like a set of staircase, but the staircase doesn't really go anywhere. It kind of hasn't actually got any steps, but it's got the handrail down onto it, and you can actually see at the back, along with the staircase, the top here of a sea wall. Now that's actually evidence of beach nourishment. The staircase and the seawall being buried is actually evidence that the beach is much higher now than it used to be in the past. So what else do we have? Well, we can start labelling the cliff of the background. Now there's evidence that it's been planted. We've got natural vegetation being planted so that the roots consolidate that material to stop the rotational slumping. And it also looks as if it's been regraded, which means that the angle of the slope has been lessened. It's not as steep as it once was. Okay, now all those things look attractive, but also for our interest group, which is our beach hut owners, they're going to be very happy, because without the rotational slip at the background, okay, and all that defence in front, it probably means that those beach huts are going to be safe for a long time. Now, that's just 4 things really that we've annotated here, but this is really what it kind of looks like. Now, you don't need to be a fantastic artist to do a good field sketch. Okay, it's exactly that. It's a field sketch. What you need to do is the ones that you've done in the field, simply scan it into the computer and you can upload it as an evidence of primary data collection that you got in the field. Scruffier it is, the more annotations, okay, and as you link it back to the question, the higher grades you will get. Okay, really easy way of showing the examiner that you were there in the field and you know what you're talking about.